One brush, one ink stone, unlocking 5,000 years of civilization. Welcome to Chinese Calligraphy, Zero to Hero, Chinese Calligraphy for Beginners. Last episode, we met the Chinese brushes. Today, you'll hold, dip, and control your brush like a pro, even if you've never touched one. However, I would like to introduce the 4 superpowers of a perfect brush first. How to choose a good brush. A brush with all 4 virtues, that's your ballroom dance partner for life. Virtue 1, sharp. Meaning is pointed tips. Quick test, dip water, rebounds to needle point. Virtue 2, round. Meaning is plump belly. Quick test, rotate brush right arrow, seamless 360 degrees curve. Virtue 3, even. Meaning is aligned bristles. Quick test, press dry brush right arrow, flat like a razor. Virtue 4, resilient. Meaning is springy bounce. Quick test, press hard right arrow, instant rebound. The 4 virtues of the Chinese brushmaking technique represent the core standards of this craft. Its historical evolution has integrated the practical experience of artisans with the aesthetic preferences of scholars, and has developed into a complete system over thousands of years. Think all brush grips are the same? Think again. Chinese calligraphy masters evolved several distinct techniques across dynasties, each designed for specific tools, scripts, and artistic effects. Let's decode them. The famous Sushi's calligraphy dances with poetic spontaneity, where ink flows like wine and every stroke breathes Song Dynasty rebellion. Remember Sushi's rule, no fixed grip, only an open, agile hand. The meaning of this phrase is that there is no fixed rule for how to hold the brush. The key lies in ensuring that the grip is both comfortable and flexible, allowing for effortless application of force during writing. This method of holding the brush helps calligraphers express their artistic style more fluidly in their creative work. Start with 5-finger grip, then adapt like the masters. Press. Thumb presses diagonally upward on the brush shaft, force, inward to outward. Restrain. Index finger presses diagonally downward, opposing the thumb to create a stable grip. Hook. Middle finger hooks the brush shaft outward for lateral control. Resist. Ring finger supports the shaft from inside to prevent inward tilt. Support. Little finger braces the ring finger as reinforcement without touching the brush. Steps of the 5-finger writing method. Step 1, spread out your palm. Step 2, cover the ring finger and the little finger. Step 3, place the brush at the first joint of the index finger and the middle finger. Step 4, press the thumb onto the brush shaft. Step 5, let the ring finger and the little finger press the brush shaft again. Step 6, lift the brush up, with the brush shaft basically perpendicular to the table. Key mnemonic phrase. Thumb presses. Index tames. Middle pulls. Ring pushes. Pinky braces like holding a bird. Not too tight, break its bones. Not too loose, let it fly. Visual cue, palm should form a hollow circle, holds an egg. Let's practice drawing long lines using the 5-finger brush holding technique. As previously mentioned, there are no rigid rules for holding the brush. The key lies in achieving a grip that feels both light and agile. To check if your hold is truly relaxed, observe your thumb. It must maintain a subtle curve. Avoid these common errors. If your thumb's first joint collapses inward, nearly buckling, or forms a rigid right angle, these are incorrect tension indicators. Let's begin drawing horizontal lines. Stabilize the brush with your fingers. Rest your wrist lightly on the paper, and use your arm to guide the brush movement. Let's move on to drawing vertical lines. The core technique remains the same. You have no brush, use a pen instead. Grip your pen with the same technique. Focus on keeping the thumb gently curved to experience this controlled lightness. 2. Double hook grip. Force mechanism, index middle dominant. Palm tilted 45 degrees. 3. Single hook grip. Force mechanism, index thumb pivot. Wrist elevated. 4. Twist pen technique. Force mechanism, finger rotation control. Wrist fixed. 5. Reverse wrist grip. Force mechanism, whole arm tension. Anti-ergonomics. Section 3, Ink Dipping Secrets. You think dipping ink has no secrets, right? It's a simple thing, isn't it? Let me show you. You don't want this awkward moment happening when practicing calligraphy, do you? Let me demonstrate the proper ink dipping technique. 1. Brush preparation. Fully immerse bristles in water up to the ferrule. Never let tip touch container bottom. Purpose: remove dried ink residue and prevent air bubbles. 2. Remove excess water. Gently drag brush sideways along the edge of the ink cartridge. After each drag, rotate the brush slightly, until moist but not dripping. Key: retain 20% water, enhances ink absorption. 3. Initial ink dip. Dip, lifting, rotation, repeat 3-4 times. Fully submerged of bristles. Mistake to avoid: deep immersion stains brush handle. Rotation without lifting. You don't want to make a mess of the brush head, do you? 4. Shape the tip. Gently drag the brush from the root to the tip along the edge of the inkstone. Rotate the brush slightly and repeat drag the brush 10-20 times. Form sharp conical tip. Science: utilize capillary action for even ink distribution. Mistake to avoid: touch the ink when dragging the brush. You don't want too much ink on the brush. Horizontal line test method. Perfect case: the ink is evenly distributed like a ribbon with a smooth edge. Congratulations! Failure case: middle section of feathering breaks off, ink stops flowing. Brush tip splits and fails to converge into a cone. This means you did not dip enough ink, then you have to repeat step 3 and 4. Thank you for watching my video. Now that you've learned essential brush techniques, are you feeling inspired to start practicing? Remember, the brush is only one of the 4 treasures. In my next video, we'll explore ink sticks, paper, and ink stones. The secrets to mastering Chinese calligraphy. This series starts with the absolute fundamentals, everything you need to begin your Chinese calligraphy journey the right way. Why not hit subscribe so you never miss a lesson? Now is the show time. The stage is set. 3 calligraphers step into the spotlight, each wielding ink like a signature of history. On your left, small seal script, the ancient oracle. Center stage, clerical script, where art met efficiency. To the right, regular script, timeless elegance we use today. Imagine writing with molten bronze left, revolutionizing bureaucracy center, then creating textbook perfection right. These 3 scripts built Chinese civilization. Which style speaks to you? Drop a comment. For small seal, for clerical, or for regular script.